Alright, so you may have seen spraying sticker in games like Valorant, and as a developer you wanna develop this sticker spray system but ain't finding the appropriate tutorial over the internet, or if you find it but that ain't made using C++. So I'm gonna tell you how it's done, and let's jump into it. First of all, I'm gonna open to the character header file and gonna comment out all the codes related to camera boom and follow camera, because the character class is a third person and I wanna make it to first person. Therefore I'm not gonna waste my time overdoing that in a C++. If you wanted to do so, you can find tons of video over the internet, and similarly comment out the related lines in a CPP file, and don't forget to comment out the directories mentioned above in the CPP file. Compile it, and let's jump into the character blueprint and add camera component under the character mesh with parenting it to the head one. Also don't forget to take the use spawn control rotation and use control rotation here. Now let's make a C++ actor class, and I will name it as a spray actor. In a header file, I'm gonna add a private access modifier, then U property, edit anywhere, blueprint read write, and add a data type U decal component with naming it spray decal. In a CPP file, I'm gonna add the spray decal component and also the decal component.h directory to remove the error. Now we'll add the root component to the component hierarchy and gonna attach the spray decal to root component, and let's compile it. And yeah, now you can create blueprint class based on a spray actor and open it. Yes, you can see the spray decal component is added to the actor class and attached to the root component. Now let's make a C++ actor component class, and I'm gonna name it as a spray actor component. Okay, let me remove the underscore and now create boolean function called canSpray with the output hit result. Create another empty function called requestSpray. For multiplayer replication, I will make the server replication function called server spawn spray with output spawn location, spawn rotation, and spawn scale. Similarly, I will make a function for a client server to receive the packets from the server. It should be reliable, not replicated, and I will call it multi-cast spawn spray. Then add a private access modifier and add a U property. And make a variable where you will add which actor needs to be spawned, and also add the spray actor.h file in the directory. Then make another integer variable called max spray count, which will be the spray array limit. And make another variable called spray array. Now I am gonna make empty function which will do the calculation for array limit called manage spray with output of a spray actor, which will be the new spray to the array. Also, I'll need to make a function for line trace input for start and end, so we will call it as a get line trace start and end. And now finally I'll generate the definition for all the function we made. Firstly, return the true here to remove the error in the function. And now, where is the get line trace function? Yeah, here it is. So I'll cast the character class and get the camera component from the character. Create local variable called view location and view rotation. And then line trace start will be camera location, which is a view location, and line trace end gonna be the sum of the line trace start and multiplication of get rotation x vector from a view rotation, and the distance how much you want. I'll keep it as a 500 for now. Let's go to manage spray array function and add a new spray to the spray array and check if the spray array index is greater than the max spray count. If it is, then I'll get the 0th index and gonna destroy it. Also, at the same time, I'm gonna remove the 0th index so that index don't remain empty and first index becomes the 0th index. Now in the request spray function, get the can spray function and out hit result, and also create it as a local variable. Then create the location from the impact point, rotation, and the scale for the actor to be spawned, and call the server spawn spray function here. Okay, let's call the variable as a spawn location, spawn rotation, and spawn scale, and add those params in the core function, which is server spawn spray. In the can spray function, create the local variable called line trace start and line trace end. Then call the get line trace function. Create the local variable with data type f collision query params, named query params, then query params dot add ignore actor get owner. Make a boolean be hit get world and line trace single by channel hit result from line trace start to line trace end, set to ECC visibility, and then query params, and return be hit, and from our hit result get component and check is static mesh component, and okay, so in multicast spawn spray function, add actor spawn parameters, and get owner and instigator 2 if needed, I guess. So I'm not sure, by the way, we'll see. We'll need spray actor variable, add that first in the .h file. Now you can call it here. And get world through it spawn actor. It will spray actor, and the parameter will be spawn spray actor, spawn location, and spawn rotation, and spawn params. If spawn spray actor passes right, I'll call the manage spray array function and spawn spray actor. Here should be spray actor class, by the way. Finally, we will call the multicast spawn spray function in the server spawn spray function. Also, we'll need to add get lifetime replicated props function. Output will be lifetime property and constant. We'll need to add t array here. And add do rep lifetime. Use spray actor component, spray array. What's the issue? Yeah, so you can't write a property in the variable name. I don't know why. So change it to props. And even I forgot to add a constant in server and multicast function. Compile it and let's see. Now hop into the character blueprint, add the spray actor component. Make input action for spray. Add that in input mapping, and I'll make it a left mouse button, so save it. And in the character blueprint, add enhance input action spray. Firstly, I'll check spray actor component is valid, and if it is, I'll call the request spray function in the blueprint. In the spray actor class, select spray actor blueprint. And now I'm gonna add the texture to the project. And make the material through one of the texture. Open it and promote the texture as a parameter and call it as a spray texture. Add the texture coordinate node. Through it, add a custom rotator. Hit 1 while holding left mouse button and make it minus 0.25, which means minus 90 degree, and connect that UVs in the texture parameter node. Don't forget to make the material domain default decal and blade mode to translucent. And yeah, it's done. Apply it and go to the spray actor. In the spray decal material, by the way, firstly make the material instance from the material we made just now. And add that here, compile it, and let's test it out. So it's working as we wanted to. Let's check it. Let's check the array is working or not. It's 5, and yeah, it's working. You can see it's working, and but if you have noticed, okay, let me show you. It's now working on the side wall. And also it's not working on the floor. This means it will not even work on the ceiling. So let's do that. So in the request play function, I'm gonna cast the character, and through it I'm gonna get the camera component, so spawn rotation value will be f rotator, which will be impact normal from hit result, get the rotation and the pitch. Similarly for the yaw and for roll 2, but add 180 in the yaw, and even change the roll to the value from camera, get component rotation, and roll. Add spawn scale will be 0.01, 0.2 and 0.2. And still the scale won't gonna be applied until we access that in multicast spawn spray function. So spawn scale, so this value is coming from the server function, and that from request play function, and we are good to go. Alright, you can see it's working fine on the walls, but the z-axis rotation is not working on the floor. So let's fix it. So let me explain you how we gonna differentiate between wall and floor. You don't need to follow this step, just watch it out. So you can see when I spray on the wall, the Z value shows 0. Even on the side walls it's same, just the X and Y values it changes. Let me show you on the other walls too. You will see the same and same here. But if you spray on the floor, it's gonna show 1, and that means the value for the ceiling will be -1. So let me show you. Yeah, you can see it's -1. So let's do that. Remove the logic of the spawn rotation and the spawn scale we made before, and create the float tolerance 0.001, which is the error of margin. Then we will check if the impact normal value is 1 with the tolerance of 0.001, and if it passes, the spawn rotation pitch value will be 90. Yaw is FP camera gate forward vector, and then gate yaw from the gate rotation. For roll it's 180. Then spawn scale gonna be 0.01 minus 0.2 and 0.2. Put the next condition of -1 instead of 1. And if it passes, the spawn rotation gonna be pitch -90, yaw same as above condition, and the roll will be 180. Spawn scale will be the same as the above condition. Then check for 0. If it passes, the spawn rotation for the pitch will be impact normal value, get the rotation of the pitch, and for the yaw, impact normal value, get the rotation of the yaw plus 180, and the roll will be from FP camera get component rotation roll, and spawn scale will be 0.01, 0.2 and 0.2. Okay, so that's my mistake. The impact normal value we want to check from z-axis. Now let's compile it. So it's working fine on the floor and on the ceiling too. But it's not working on the off angle like this. So let's fix this. Let's put the spawn rotation same as the above for now. And let's check this out. So it's working, but not the rotation. It's not rotating along with the character. So let's do it. So get the roll value from the FP camera roll. Not roll really, cause it will be 0 forever. So get the yaw value instead of roll and compile it. Yeah, it's working now. But it's in the opposite side. So the logic for this will be the rotation of the object on which we gonna spray, and from this we will minus the FP camera yaw rotation value, but we will need to minus 90 from it, cause if we see the default rotation of this object is 90, minus 90 for this, 135 and 180 for this. This will be the default one whose rotation is 90 on Z axis, so we will need to decrease 90 from it. So let's do that. From the heat result, get component, get relative rotation, get yaw, and decrease 90 and minus the FP camera yaw rotation. Let's check it out. So it's working. And here too. Working on one of the angles. But if you observe, this is flipped horizontally, so let's fix it. Change the Y value to the negative in spawn scale. So it's working. Working as we want. Now let's make the randomization of the multiple texture. First of all, I will make the array variable of data type texture 2D. Call it spray texture, where we will load the texture manually. Then make the function uTexture2D. We will call it getRandomTexture, and it will be constant. In a public, make a function which will be replicated on a server, and I will call it a server random spray. And let's make spray here too. Then I'll make the function which will replicate for client, I will call it multicast random spray. Now let's generate the definition for all the function. In the get random spray function, I will check the spray texture array has index more than 0. And if it passes, then make the integer variable random index and call the random range from 0 to spray texture num-1, which will be the last index, and return spray texture random index, and out of the condition return null pointer. In multicast function, I will check the new texture and spray decal and create dynamic material instance. In dynamic instance, set texture parameter value as spray texture, same as we kept in the name of the parameter in the material instance blueprint. In the server function, call the multicast function and in the spray actor component, add the line spawn spray actor, call the function server random spray, and that's it. We are good to go. In spray actor blueprint, add a texture in the spray texture array. Let's check it out. And it's working. If you want the source file or a project file, you can join the Patreon link in the description, and let me know in the comment section if you want the blueprint version of this project.